Welcome back to English Edition. My name is Nicole King and it's a pleasure to be here at Radio Television Marbella to update you on some of the things that have happened in the news over the past week from our town hall. And then we will be welcoming international residents to find out what groups, associations, initiatives and projects could be of our interest. Anyway, let's start firstly with that news. One of the most highly anticipated projects in Marbella has taken an important step forward this week. The Regional Minister of Justice has presented plans for the future City of Justice, a project expected to involve an investment of close to €30 million. Construction could begin in 2027. The new complex was initially provided more than 13,000 square metres of space, with the possibility of doubling its size in a later expansion. The Andalusian regional government now has the implementation study for Marbella's City of Justice. The first phase will include a building of more than 13,500 square metres, more than double the space currently occupied by the city's 3 existing judicial headquarters. With Marbella's population continuing to grow, the project has also been designed with future expansion in mind. A second building is planned, which would increase the total space to around 25,000 square metres. One of the options under consideration is to award the project as a public works concession. This would allow additional services, such as offices for lawyers or hospitality premises, which could gradually be incorporated into the judicial complex as needs grow. Although the final timetable and budget have not yet been fully confirmed, the intention is to tender the first phase of the project this year. Construction could then begin in 2027, with an estimated building period of between 24 and 30 months, and a budget expected to range between 27 and 29 million euros.
2026, licitación del proyecto básico, supervisión, licitación del proyecto de ejecución, supervisión. Y vamos a intentar que eso esté todo listo a lo largo de este año. El año 2027, con los datos que vayamos recibiendo de esa ejecución de obra, si la obra se ejecuta rápido, que ya le digo que no sabemos si el terreno tendrá algún problema cuando empiecen las máquinas a trabajar, si todo va bien, yo creo que en el año 2027, como dice la alcaldesa, podríamos adjudicar la obra.
The start of the project will also depend on the construction of new access roads from the Ogen Road area. That work falls to the town hall and has an estimated budget of 19 million euros. The council already has the project prepared and has received approval from the regional government, but is still waiting for the necessary authorization from the Ministry of Transport.
Por las características de la propia parcela hacían que tuviera que tener un impacto diferenciador, ¿no? Con esos bancales, que yo creo que además a Marbella, y teniendo en cuenta todo lo que hemos esperado, pues que al final tengamos un edificio moderno, funcional, que además se pueda prolongar en vida útil en el tiempo y que no tengamos que estar con esta falta de espacio pues en los próximos años.
Marbella currently has 145 judicial staff and 3 separate judicial headquarters. The regional minister stressed that an increase in staff is also needed, something that is being requested from the central government. At the same time, the City of Justice project aims to ensure that, as Marbella continues to grow, the judicial system will no longer be spread across multiple locations. 9 women from Marbella have been recognised by the Town Hall as part of the events marking International Women's Day. The awards celebrate their achievements, their values and what they represent for the community. While the council highlighted the progress made in recent years, it also reminded everyone that much work still lies ahead. The Town Hall marked International Women's Day by paying tribute to 9 women from the city, whose work and dedication have helped improve the community through a wide range of professional and personal contributions.
Que yo creo que hoy lo que evidenciamos es la importancia y el peso que tienen las mujeres en nuestra sociedad. Yo creo que espero que llegue un momento en que no tengamos que hacer este tipo de reconocimiento. Todavía queda recorrido. Es cierto que se va avanzando, pero tenemos que seguir luchando por esas brechas salariales, por el tema de la conciliación, el tema de los derechos.
The ceremony took place at the Palacio de Congresos, the exhibition hall, and included the reading of an institutional manifesto by one of the honorees, Lucía, a medical student. Among the women recognised from different areas of the municipality were entrepreneurs Paula de la Calle and Maria González, Dr. Lourdes Solero, teacher Maria Rosario Guerrero, and artisan pastry chef Dolores López.
Es necesario, es un acto que a las mujeres nos da, somos las mujeres, tenemos fuerza, pero esos actos nos hacen sentir orgullosas, darnos más fuerza para pensar siempre en grande y seguir hacia adelante.
Con un orgullo increíble, es que lo que menos me iba a imaginar yo que iba a estar aquí, sobre todo con las mujeres que tenemos en Marbella, pues con tanta trayectoria y de tantas referencias, así que para mí es un honor estar aquí.
Con muchísima humildad y con muchísimos nervios, porque yo siempre estoy en ese otro lado, en el que hablo de otras personas con un micrófono en un escenario o doy un premio a otra persona, y estar en este lado no tiene nada que ver y estoy fuera de mi zona de confort, pero estoy muy contenta.
During the ceremony, the Mayor highlighted the work carried out by the Department for Equality, as well as the programmes delivered by its multidisciplinary team, which focuses on support services, guidance, training, employment initiatives and education in equality.
Es ejemplo de esfuerzo, pero además también de generosidad. Yo creo que las mujeres tienen esa generosidad innata de dar, de transmitir, de tirar unas de otras.
El 8 de marzo y todos los días, ¿no?, hay que estar también junto a las mujeres, luchando por nuestros derechos, por el feminismo, que al final es la igualdad, ¿no?
Ha logrado que muchas mujeres se conciencien, que hombres se conciencien y que esto es una lucha de todo, que aunque el Día es de la Mujer, pero aquí tenemos que luchar hombres y mujeres.
The local government board has approved funding for social grants over the next 3 years. The plan represents an investment of more than €13 million and includes dozens of different subsidy programmes. The funding will be distributed across several areas of activity, with social support receiving the largest share. Marbella's strategic grants plan for 2026 to 2028 will have a total budget of more than €13.7 million, an increase of 7.1% compared with the previous 3-year plan. For this year alone, the allocation will be close to €4.5 million. The local government board has approved the document, which sets out 75 different grant programmes. These include non-competitive grants, competitive grants, direct subsidies, as well as prizes and scholarships. They will be managed through 16 different departments of the town hall.
Es el principal documento de planificación de toda la acción pública que tiene este ayuntamiento en apoyo al tejido social, económico, cultural y asociativo de nuestro municipio, así como todas aquellas ayudas que tenemos para desarrollar nuestras políticas, especialmente con aquellos colectivos que más lo necesitan. Este documento no es solo una previsión económica que hagamos, sino que es una herramienta también orientada a dar estabilidad, transparencia y previsibilidad.
The plan is divided into 8 main areas, with the strongest focus placed on social support and meeting community needs. This area will receive more than €6.6 million, representing 48% of the total budget.
Este plan recoge que a partir del año 2027 se verán incrementadas las partidas de ayuda y subvenciones sociales un 15% para atender a las familias y a las personas en situación de vulnerabilidad, para atender la discapacidad, enfermedades, exclusión social o necesidades de tipo habitacional.
Sport is the second largest area of investment, receiving almost 15% of the budget. It is followed by culture and education, economy and employment, the promotion of traditions, support for community associations, environmental sustainability and youth programmes. In addition to approving the strategic grants plan, the local government board has also authorised almost €12 million in investment linked to the building permits issued during the month of February.
Creo que pocas ciudades pueden exhibir tanto músculo, tanta capacidad de inversión por parte de sus ciudadanos como Marbella, una ciudad que en un mes tan tradicionalmente átono como es precisamente el mes de febrero es capaz de movilizar 12 millones de euros en inversión en la ciudad, pues habla de una ciudad verdaderamente próspera, ¿no?
One of the biggest events in elite rhythmic gymnastics is returning to Marbella. In just a few days, the Grand Prix will once again be held in San Pedro de Alcántara. The world's top-ranked gymnasts will be competing here in a tournament that is already sold out. The programme will also include a competition for base-level groups. The 18th edition of the Marbella Grand Prix will take place on the 21st and 22nd of March at the Elena Benitez Sports Palace. The event will bring together 30 of the world's highest-ranked gymnasts, including European, world and Olympic medalists. Among the leading names competing are Italy's Sofia Raffaelli, Ukraine's Taisia Onofrichuk and Spain's Alba Bautista. Marbella will once again host this international circuit event. Alongside the main competition, the weekend will also feature several parallel tournaments, including a new addition this year, the International Group Tournament organised by Fundación Unicaja.
Yo creo que no ha habido una competición de conjunto de España posiblemente en los últimos 20 años y traemos a 3 de los mejores conjuntos del panorama mundial, empezando por España, que es la actual campeona en Europa del 2025. Luego traemos a Ucrania, que es la campeona del mundo en el ejercicio de 3 pelotas y 2 aros y campeona de Europa también 2025 en ese ejercicio de cinta. Luego tenemos a Italia, que ha sido bronce en los Juegos Olímpicos, en 2024 en París, y en el 2025 campeona por equipos en el Campeonato de Europa.
There will also be the Diputación de Málaga National Base Group Tournaments with more than 500 gymnasts and 100 teams taking part. The National Absolute Groups Tournament organised Fundación Unicaja with 50 teams and around 230 participants, and the International Junior Andalucía Cup. It is a major sporting event that has once again sold out.
San Pedro, Alcántara, Marbella se van a convertir durante los días 21 y 22 en el epicentro mundial de la gimnasia rítmica, porque vamos a contar con las 30 mejores gimnastas del mundo, quitando algunas gimnastas que por razones extradeportivas pues no han podido asistir.
Seguimos apostando por este deporte, hemos renovado ese contrato para los próximos 4 años, por lo tanto queremos que este Grand Prix no solo se consolide, sino que sea ya un evento referente en la ciudad y seguiremos apostando no solo por esta modalidad, sino también por la modalidad de cantera.
Marbella is already a regular host for international rhythmic gymnastic events, and soon will also have one of the best high-performance training centres in Europe, with renovations work now close to completion. In fact, the national teams of the United States, Canada and Spain have already confirmed they will visit this summer to train in the city. Housing has become one of the biggest concerns in Spanish society. Prices continue to rise, and a recent report by the property portal Idealista highlights just how far the trend has gone. In Marbella, the average price of second-hand housing has now climbed to more than €5,600 per square metre. The latest figures from the property portal Idealista paint a clear picture of just how difficult it has become to enter a housing market whose upward trend shows little sign of slowing. Marbella is no exception. The average price per square metre for second-hand housing in the city has now reached €5,607. That is more than double the Spanish national average, making Marbella one of the most expensive cities in the country, although it still falls short of San Sebastián, where prices approach €6,500 per square metre. Across Spain, housing prices have risen by 17.7% over the past year. In Marbella, the increase has been lower at 10.6%. Even so, the city's prices remain significantly higher, reflecting a trend that has intensified in recent years. In March 2007, when the property bubble burst, the price per square metre in Marbella stood at less than €2,600. 11 years later, in 2018, it remained at a similar level. But by January 2020, just before the pandemic, it had already passed the €3,000 mark. Since then, prices have grown exponentially, almost doubling in just 6 years. Looking at individual districts, the Golden Mile remains the most expensive, at almost €6,800 per square metre, while San Pedro is the most affordable at around $4,700. Over the past month, the sharpest increases have been recorded in Rio Real, Los Monteros, while the biggest drop has been seen in Elveria, Cabo Pino. In that area, the annual increase has been relatively modest, around 5.5%, whereas in Marbella town centre, prices have risen by as much as 28% over the past 12 months. Most districts are now close to their historic highs. With this situation, renting might seem like the best option, but bargains are scarce here too. In February, the average rental price reached €19.4 per square metre, slightly higher than in January and almost 8% more than a year ago. At the start of the pandemic, that figure was closer to €11, meaning rental prices have also nearly doubled. Over the past year, the steepest rental increases have been recorded in Elveria, Cabo Pino, where prices are up by almost 18%, and in San Pedro, where they have risen by 16.7%. In fact, rents have increased across all districts. Unlike property prices, however, rental levels are not currently at record high, as those tend to occur during the summer months. By district, rental prices range from around €20.8 per square metre on the Golden Mile to €16.6 in Elveria, which means the most affordable area, but also one of the fastest growing. The number of inquiries received by the Department for Equality regarding gender violence is on the rise. That is one of the key conclusions drawn from the data presented at the local coordination board. In recent months, the department has handled almost 1,300 inquiries, a figure that has also increased overall. Around 14% of them were related in some way to gender-based violence.
La Mesa de Coordinación y Seguimiento contra la Violencia de Género se reúne de nuevo en el Cortijo Miraflores con la participación de instituciones, subdelegación del Gobierno, Instituto Andaluz de la Mujer y agentes del ámbito social, judicial, educativo, sanitario y también policial. Todos ellos pondrán en común los datos registrados desde la última mesa celebrada en el mes de noviembre.
During that period, the municipal department registered a total of 1,269 inquiries. Most of them were handled by the Information Service, followed by the Psychological Support Team, the Employment Guidance Department and the Legal Advisory Service.
Del total de atenciones, los casos que hemos tratado sobre violencia de género se sitúan en un 14%. Y las mujeres atendidas en la mayor franja de edad está en un 33% las mujeres de 40 a 49, seguidas de las mujeres entre 30 y 39 con un 28% y ya con un 20% las mujeres entre 50 y 59 años.
That 14% figure is 3 points higher than during the same period last year, when it stood at 11%. It should also be noted that the overall number of inquiries has increased, rising from 1,045 to the current total of 1,269.
Las mujeres atendidas por primera vez han sido 74. El mes que hemos tenido un mayor número de mujeres de primera atención ha sido el mes de febrero.
Since November, the Teleassistance Service has recorded 5 new registrations, 13 ongoing cases and 3 withdrawals. The meeting also reviewed the progress made through programs run by the Employment Guidance Department and through workshops aimed at empowering women. The Andalusian Minister of Justice has reported to the Regional Parliament on the progress of Marbella's future City of Justice project, as I mentioned earlier. Earlier this week, he was in the city to outline the next steps and provide further details, as commented. Jose Antonio Nieto has now confirmed that the preliminary project phase has been completed. Speaking in the Andalusian Parliament, the Minister of Justice confirmed that the preliminary project phase of Marbella's future City of Justice has now been completed, following the presentation of the implementation study. Responding to a question from the Popular Party MP Maria José Escarcena, José Antonio Nieto described the initiative as the most ambitious project currently being promoted by his department in the province of Malaga. The development aims to meet a long-standing demand to bring together the city's 3 current judicial headquarters, which professionals have repeatedly criticised for their shortcomings. The town hall has already transferred the plot of land in the Torrecilla area where the regional government plans to build the new complex. The council is now preparing the necessary access road, although the work is still awaiting authorisation from the Ministry of Transport. The timing of those access works will determine when construction of the City of Justice can begin. The intention is to put the first phase of the project out to tender this year, with construction expected to start in 2027.
En solo la primera fase duplicará el espacio judicial de 7.639 metros a 13.565, que tendrá una segunda fase que sumará las necesidades futuras o las complementarias a esa sede con 11.395 metros y que quedará pendiente para necesidades que puedan tener a lo largo del tiempo otra tercera fase. Esa es la forma en la que nos gusta hacer política al gobierno de Juanma Moreno y eso es lo que se merecen los vecinos.
During his preliminary address, the minister also noted that the new judicial facilities in Torremolinos, Fuengirola, Torrox and Archidona are already in the project phase.
La de Málaga efectivamente era probablemente la que tenía mayores carencias. Es sorprendente que de 11 partidos judiciales solo 4 estén en unas condiciones de uso adecuadas para poder mantenerse en el futuro. Y en esos 4, en Coímbel, en Málaga, Ronda y Antequera, también hemos querido poner en marcha proyectos de mejora.
The implementation study for Marbella's City of Justice will soon be available on the regional government's website. Earlier this week, the minister presented the plans in Marbella to the civic platform Iniciativa Pro Centro Judicial Costa del Sol Occidental, and on Thursday he provided further details about the progress of the project during the parliamentary session. Earlier this month, nurses at the Costa del Sol University Hospital were victims of both physical and verbal attacks. This Thursday, on the occasion of the European Day Against Violence Towards Healthcare Professionals, new figures reveal that so far this year, the profession has suffered an assault roughly every 15 days. The Malaga College of Nursing is calling for stronger protection measures and is also asking to be involved in the discussions aimed at addressing the problem. In Marbella, 2 assaults were reported earlier this month at the Costa del Sol University Hospital. According to figures from the National Police, 513 complaints were recorded across the province last year, an increase of more than 26% compared with 2024.
Además, por si fuera poco, Málaga se ha convertido en la segunda provincia española con más número de agresiones. Estos datos no se pueden ni normalizar ni consentir. Estamos aquí para cuidar la población, pero merecemos hacerlo en condiciones de respeto y dignidad.
The Malaga College of Nursing warns that these figures underline the seriousness of the situation. To address it, the organisation is calling for stronger protection measures in healthcare centres, greater preventative resources and a place at the working groups where this issue is being tackled. Coinciding with the European Day Against Violence Towards Healthcare Professionals, the organisation has also released an institutional video reminding staff of the support tools available to victims. With a change of management company, more services and extended opening hours, Marbella's Social Inclusion Centre has reopened. The facility will now also operate at weekends. It is a very important service for people who are homeless and assists around 500 users each year. Marbella's Social Inclusion Centre has reopened its doors with expanded services. In fact, it will now operate all year round, including weekends. The Town Hall has signed a 5-year management contract with the company BCM Gestión Arte, worth €5.1 million to guarantee this service for the homeless. The programme was first launched in Marbella in 2018, later incorporated another centre in San Pedro, and is now entering a new stage with strengthened resources. Around 500 people are assisted each year, and since Monday, all activity has returned to the facilities on Calle Huerta Los Guerras, which have recently been refurbished and improved.
Dando el desayuno, almuerzo, ducha y servicio de lavandería. Y bueno, al final ninguna persona en su día a día, cuando proyecta su futuro, piensa verse en situación de calle. El hecho de que puedan venir aquí, acudan, puedan beneficiarse de estos servicios, sí que es cierto que los aleja un poquito de esa situación de sinhogarismo, por lo menos el tiempo que están aquí.
A multidisciplinary team of 9 professionals runs the service. They also have a mobile unit to reach people who prefer not to come to the centres themselves.
Donde los trabajadores de este centro podrán ir a visitarlos, a informarles de dónde está este centro, en caso de que no quieran acudir, pues a llevarle alimentos, a llevarle en casos necesarios pues abrigo, y en darle por lo menos el acompañamiento de aquellas situaciones que son muy complejas, que son difíciles de sacar adelante, pero que nuestro interés es que se pueda conseguir.
The aim of this team of professionals is to ensure that the vulnerable and homeless they support spend as little time as possible in that situation. To achieve this, they work in coordination with all the services provided by the Town Hall, as well as other organisations and public administrations.
Porque es verdad que hay otros recursos que la Administración pone encima de la mesa, ¿no? Hay pues de residencias que pueden tener y que pueden albergar este tipo de situaciones, o incluso el dar cobertura dentro del ámbito familiar, porque en muchos momentos se le puede también localizar familia, pagarle incluso el transporte y que puedan salir de esa situación.
At the moment, the Marbella facilities operate from 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, although the hours will soon be extended until 8 in the evening. There will also be direct communication with associations and organisations, so they are aware of the services offered by the centre. For this reason, representatives from Caritas accompanied the Mayor on the visit to see the results of the refurbishment works and the services already in operation. Tomorrow marks European Cardiovascular Prevention Day. In Marbella, the event has been brought forward today with healthcare staff organising a range of activities. Some included simple and free tests to detect possible risk factors. The usual suspects: sedentary lifestyles, cholesterol, smoking and high blood pressure remain our main enemies. Informing and raising awareness among the public about the ways they can help prevent cardiovascular disease is the main aim of this initiative. Local health centres, coordinated by the Costa del Sol Health District and working with the Municipal Health Department, have taken the campaign out onto the streets. Among the main risk factors are high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, smoking and a lack of physical activity. Monitoring chronic conditions is also essential.
Intentar llevar esa dieta mediterránea a su vida y no tirar de tantos azúcares, de tanta sal, de tantos productos congelados y preelaborados, comida rápida, que cada uno haga lo que pueda. Si uno puede salir a dar paseos, pues paseos, que otros puedan apuntarse al gimnasio, y si a alguno le gusta alguna actividad deportiva, fútbol, baloncesto, tenis, lo que sea, natación, pues todas son recomendables.
In Plaza de Divina Pastora, healthcare staff from the Albarizas and Leganitos health centres handed out information material and carried out simple tests such as blood pressure checks, blood glucose measurements and waist circumference assessments.
Que sea el centro de salud que tenga la iniciativa de salir a la calle, creo que es fundamental. Hablamos mucho de las enfermedades, pero no hablamos tanto de la prevención, que principalmente es lo que salva vidas, la prevención. Eso es lo que queremos poner hincapié, no solamente con las enfermedades cardiorrespiratorias, sino lo queremos poner en valor con todas las enfermedades. Serán campañas que se irán haciendo por todo el municipio.
So-called healthy walks are another of the initiatives being launched jointly by the Health District and the Town Hall. These one-hour walks will take place every Friday from the 20th onwards, along the seafront promenade, through parks or around the Old Town. All of them will set off from the Marbella Centre building at 10:30 in the morning. In my experience, Linea Directa is superb when it comes to insurance, particularly for expats. I have met the dedicated English-speaking team that answers our phone calls. Real people with real families who take pride in providing the best service. Whether it's for home insurance, car, motorbike, they will ensure you get the policy best suited to you. They've also got new policies, especially for our pets and anti-squatter. Everything is in English, everyone is friendly, and everyone is truly doing their best for us. Call 952 14 78 34 or go to their website lineadirector.com for further details.
Zero Hero, welcome to Exotica. Zero Hero, welcome to Exotica.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chai.
Zero Heroes!
Welcome to Vigo Banús. Zero Hero, welcome to Hard Rock Hotel Marbella.
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
Zero Hero, welcome to Belmari.
And now it's time to welcome our guest this week. International residents with a lot of interesting projects and initiatives. We're starting off with our CIT Marbella Guest of the Week, representing no less the Marbella Design and Art Fair that's coming up from the 19th through the 29th of March. Tina, welcome to English Edition. How lovely to see you again.
Hi, it's so lovely to be here. Thank you.
I was saying to you just before we came on set that I'm amazed you found time to leave to come and chat with us, but you said that now with the years everything's just working a lot smoother.
Yeah, for sure. This is our 8th edition of Marbella Design and Art, and it's the 8th year that we've been doing this. Our team works well together super well, and we're just super happy to be in Marbella again.
Tell us a little bit about the fair in itself and its origins.
Yeah, so we started this fair about 8 years ago, and it's for design lovers, it's for all the architects in Marbella, for the interior designers, and we host this event. We have 40 spaces in the event where interior designers collaborate with different brands, and they put forward a proposal, a space, they build it, they spend 2 weeks building it, and then the public can walk around and see all the beautiful spaces and get inspired.
So that's what those 40 spaces announced are the different teams that have come together to give the different looks, inspirations and feels.
Exactly.
So each one is a teamwork, not just one company that's built it. That's a lovely idea.
Exactly. The interior designers usually put forward the project in collaboration with the brand. And then there's also maybe smaller brands that participate, like product placement. So that's perfect for illumination, for textiles, for wallpapers, for different types of materials that still want to participate. So when you walk into a space, there's so many different brands, so many different materials, and really the interior designers put forward their best ideas and they make it come to life, which is incredible.
Is it an event that's open to the public?
Yeah, it's open to the public. We're open next Friday, so from March 20th to March 29th. We're open from noon to 8 p.m. So it's perfect for couples, for friends, for families. Kids below 13 don't have to pay, so you can come with your
But
with
you
your
welcome
family.
families and babies and...
100%. It's just a great way for a great activity to do on the weekend and during the week as well. During the week, we receive a lot of people that work in the industry, that work in construction, in architecture and design. And then during the weekends, we receive a lot of general public, locals from Marbella, people that just want a really fun cultural event, they're interested in art and design and
inspiration for their new home.
Exactly.
I imagine there's a lot of new technology that comes out from one year to the next. Anything that's particularly caught your eye?
I haven't seen the spaces this year. They're really right under construction right now. But from the previous years, I've seen some incredible spaces. One time we saw a futuristic kitchen. The whole thing opened up to display the different areas of the kitchen. We've seen incredible brands that do things in the field of domotica, where everything is integrated, the sound, the lights, and it's really incredible to see everything.
And for families going, is there a space where they can eat and drink something? That's always important.
Yeah, every year we have a restaurant. Every year it's a different designer. And it's catered by Gojo Catering. They're local,
lovely, delicious.
Incredible food. And there's also the outside terrace where you can enjoy a coffee, some drinks, some tapas. And the catering is open the entire time. So it's perfect to enjoy.
Just one important question. Don't want to put you on the spot, but where do people park when they come to the event?
We have a parking right next to, the event is in Palacio de Congresos. We have a parking spot next door. And it's in La Milla de Oro, but usually the parking holds a lot of people, and if not, around the Palacio de Congresos.
Go early. Go early. You have to go early to get your spot, or take a taxi.
Yeah, and then stay for lunch.
Exactly. Make a day of it, make it worthwhile. But there are car parks around, so you've got the Corte Inglés car park as well opposite, and they've got the ones behind.
Yeah.
There is definitely, if there is a will, there is a way.
Exactly.
It certainly is a magnificent event. I've been several years in a row, and I know that your family is basically the ones that are putting this together.
Exactly.
So where do you spend most of your year? Because as you said, you've come back for this event, but you're very much cosmopolitan, a little bit of everywhere.
Yeah, so our family's Argentinian, but we spent the last 15 years in Madrid, and we host this event here once a year, and then we also host an event very similar to this one in Madrid. So we're basically half Spanish, and we love it here.
Wonderful. Well, it's lovely to see you again, Tina.
You too.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And I look forward to seeing you at the event, and a big thank you to CIT Marbella for sending along this lovely lady once again. And also hello to Marie Noel, because I know she's doing promotion for you as well. So keep it all in the family. Fabulous. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
A pleasure. In my experience, Linea Directa is superb when it comes to insurance, particularly for expats. I have met the dedicated English-speaking team that answers our phone calls. Real people with real families who take pride in providing the best service. Whether it's for home insurance, car, motorbike, they will ensure you get the policy best suited to you. They've also got new policies, especially for our pets and anti-squatter. Everything is in English, everyone is friendly, and everyone is truly doing their best for us. Call 952 14 78 34 or go to their website lineadirector.com for further details.
Zero Hero, welcome to Exotica. Welcome to Exotica.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chive.
Zero Heroes.
Welcome to Vigo Banús. Zero Hero, welcome to Hard Rock Hotel Marbella.
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
Zero Hero, welcome to Belmonte.
I'm delighted to welcome now another member of Sinergia's Club, Synergy Club. It was founded by Elena Olcina a few years ago, and it has really taken off because Elena cares. She really wants all of the members to be successful. The international segment has been growing and growing, and today we're welcoming the lovely Alejandra, presenting a new app. Alejandra, congratulations firstly.
Thanks
because
so much.
The investment and difficulty of making an app, I think, is more than most people think. Those who've never done it probably don't realise what a challenge that is.
Yes, it's a big challenge. We just launched, so we are starting, but it's true that like all the journey to be here right now in Marbella and just be able to show the people the app in the phone is a long journey. It's a lot of technical things that I didn't know because I'm not technical, but I had to learn. And yeah, a lot of investment, not only money, but time and effort.
And is this your concept? Is this your baby? Something that you had the idea and have developed?
Yeah, it is my baby. It all started during the summer. I was working in international organizations in the area of local economic development, and at some point I was like, it would be really cool if we can have a tool, you know, a technology that helps local businesses and freelance to be seen. So then I started to just research a little bit and work in the project. And at some point I had something that I was really happy about it, and I started to get feedback from, you know, first like family, friends, my inner circle, and yeah, the feedback was good. So I was like, well, maybe I should, you know, start my own business. And that's how
So tell us a little bit about the idea of this app, then how the idea was born and like how you then developed it, and what is it? Tell us what this app does.
Yes. So Nexio is an app.
Nexio.
Nexio, yes.
Nexio. N-E-X-Y-O. Nexio. And
Exactly.
where did that name come from?
It was next to me. But because when we are in Spain and we were launching here, it was like, okay, next yo, you know, like next me. Yeah,
I thought it was something like that. Very cool. Okay, please continue.
It's catchy, right?
Yes, it is.
So Nexio is a web app, so people can access from the website, but also from their phone. And it's a map that we use proximity, geolocalization, and real time to offer new opportunities for businesses and freelance to be seen without relying on algorithms or relying on ads or relying on Google positioning just because they appear. They can get that opportunities that gives and do flash offers, like, for example, I have an event tonight, a Mexican night. If you come with a friend, you have a free drink. That is something that people use already in their social media, but they have to know their social media or they have to use ads. With Nexio, they can use that real-time offers just because they appear in the map.
Without going into Instagram, Facebook, TikTok or whatever. So this is something purely that's either on web or accessible on your phone, which lets you know what and who is around. But is it like my phone would be showing where I am physically? Can I turn it on and off?
So it's kind of, so we have these three type of profiles, right? For the normal user, you enter into the app and they don't get your start location for privacy and security, but they get that you are around an area. So if you want to network, go for a coffee with someone, you can use Nexio for that. In big events and conferences, you can see who is around. It's like, oh, he's the CEO of this company. I want to talk to him.
Oh, now that's a good idea. So if you have a conference and everyone in the conference registers, you can see the person you want to speak to and where they are.
Exactly.
If you turn it on and want to be found.
Yeah.
Because I imagine that is a choice when you show that you're online.
For sure, yeah. You can choose to be online all day, just 15 minutes, or just for a period, a slot of time. And you can go online, offline, whenever you want. And the idea is for these big events, 100 people, or congress, trade fairs, it's impossible to talk to everyone, and maybe that contact that can change your life is just there and you don't know. And that cold interaction, first introducing yourself to someone that you don't know is a bit difficult, so trying to help that. Nexio has that individual profile for a professional to be able to network in the most efficient way,
While you were sitting waiting to come on set, did you talk to Tina about the Marbella Design and Art Fair that's going on? Because they need Nexio by the sound of it.
Yeah, I told her and she was like, yeah, actually there is, they were trying to do an app as well for that, but people were not using. And that goes to the second thing, it's hard still, even though technology is around us all the time, but it's hard for people to, get the habit of entering into a new app, a new tool. So they tried that with their own app, but people were not using it as much.
But again, that one is specifically just for their event.
Exactly.
Whereas what you're saying is that every event, everybody can access this, so it makes it workable. Because I suppose if you go to an event and a year later, you could still see where people are if they're letting themselves be visible.
Exactly, yeah, and it could be a social event. I'm thinking about a big party that here in Marbella we have a lot, just to kind of add on that thing of okay, you can network and know who is around. It could be more professional, a congress, a trade fair. It could be, the potential is there. So, yeah, we just hope that...
Or hotels or parties that are empty can see, oh, look, there's people there, we'll invite them for free. Or concerts.
Yeah, Synergias, we are using it all the time. Every time that we have an event with Synergias, people get in Nexio, and we do the pre-networking before the event, so we know who is going, and then during the event as well.
So you get them all to register and sign up, and that way you can see who's there, and if you want to afterwards, you can get in contact with them.
Exactly.
It really does sound fabulous, Alejandra. I wish you a lot of success. Not all of us are familiar with using apps, but it is definitely something that we need to get more used to. And I like that you don't have to be on social media for it, that it's a web app. I like that. Very clever. Well done.
Thanks so much. Yeah, and the idea as well is to try to help a little bit the freelance. In Spain at least, we don't have these tools for freelance to showcase their talent. So in Nexio, as a professional, you can also be like, hey, I'm a personal trainer, I'm free this afternoon, send me a message.
And how is it done, by categories? How would people know about all this information?
So it's very user-friendly. When people enter into the app, they can choose their profile, social, professional, or if you have a business with a location in the map, a business profile. And then they can choose. They can have the 3 profiles if they want, for me, myself. I like to go and socialize,
right,
outside
so there's
of work.
Fun happening.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that.
So I use that profile, my social profile, the professional one, or the business one, and it's all with the same email, just trying to facilitate that people don't have to open many different accounts. So, yeah.
I love it, absolutely love it. I love you, and I love Synergias
so much.
And Elena, everything you do, supporting everyone who's a member of Synergias. I can highly recommend it because you're all so well looked after. Are you enjoying being a member of the club?
Yes, of course. And no, she's introducing me to so many people. I couldn't be more grateful. And Synergias is a really nice club because it's yes, it's business, but they have that personal, care of each of the members of the club that, I really recommend. So, yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Alejandra.
Thanks so much.
In my experience, Linea Directa is superb when it comes to insurance, particularly for expats. I have met the dedicated English-speaking team that answers our phone calls. Real people with real families who take pride in providing the best service. Whether it's for home insurance, car, motorbike, they will ensure you get the policy best suited to you. They've also got new policies, especially for our pets and anti-squatter. Everything is in English, everyone is friendly, and everyone is truly doing their best for us. Call 952 14 78 34 or go to their website lineardirector.com for further details.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Exotica. Zero Hero, welcome to Exotica.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chive.
Zero Heroes.
Welcome to Vigo Banús.
Zero Hero, welcome to Hard Rock Hotel Marbella.
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
Zero Hero, welcome to Belmari.
And now we're going to welcome a networking group called Business First. And they definitely do put business first, but there is always a great social atmosphere. Samantha Campbell is the founder, president, chief cook and bottle washer of Business First, and also Sam Campbell Insurance. And the lovely Lucía Malgarejo is a Business First member, and you do the Black Tar Financial Services. So completely different, but everything works out beautifully. Samantha, congratulations. Your business networking group's been going on for how many years now?
17 years. 17 years.
Wow.
On the 9th of January this year, we were 17 years old.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That is quite a statement, isn't it, Lucía? You're Spanish, you're English, but knowing how the foreign businesses survive on the coast, that's not an easy feat, is it? 17 years. Very impressive. How long have you been a member, Lucía?
Since 2014.
Wow.
A member, yeah. With Samantha, I've been, I think, on the 3 groups that you have. I belong to all of them, but I have to just to stop and organize myself to be able to attend properly to those.
Well, I love the meetings because it's a business networking group, and therefore your business meetings are very early in the morning. You started at 8 o'clock, 8:30.
8:30.
8:30, right? 8 o'clock arrival.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at 8:30 start, which actually suits me beautifully. I love it. It makes you like get into the real business mentality to start the day, but in a very soft way. So you meet every 2 weeks, but you have groups all along the coast. Marbella, well, Estepona, Marbella.
Estepona, Marbella, La Cala de Mijas, and our newest group is Fuengirola.
How's that going?
Really well. Like anything, it takes a little bit of time for people to understand what we do, where we meet, etc., etc. But we have a really good core group now of 8 members. So always looking for new people in that area who want to come and basically network.
And what is the objective of Business First? What's the difference between other networking groups? What is like the promo to be part of the Sam Campbell Business First?
Okay, basically it is to support each other. It's all about businesses. You can be male, you can be female, you can be whatever gender you want to be, as long as you have a business on the Costa del Sol and basically you want to promote yourself and be promoted by the members, and we actively encourage all of our members to do that. I spend a lot of time on social media, basically referring my members as well when I see an opportunity for them. So, and it's 17 years, it's proven it does work.
I'm thinking the 17 years in itself gives it the credibility that you have the contacts and the know-how. that when people need that, you've been doing that for 17 years. A lot of people, when they arrive new, you don't know who to speak to, where to go. And an established networking group that has a good reputation is undeniably a good place to start.
Thank you.
No, it really is.
That.
And you are Sam Campbell Insurance.
Yes, I am as well. So I have a second hat, Sam Campbell Insurance. So I'm an insurance broker, specialise predominantly in insurance for the expat market. Any nationality, obviously, that has a TIE, residency card, and looking for insurance. So it can be your home, your car, your pet, travel insurance, medical insurance, you name it. If it moves and it can be insured, I will insure it.
And financial services with Black Tower at the moment. This is how I've met you, through the Business First group. And it's lovely to meet you because it's also been years now. I mean, I met you in also 2012, 13.
You did?
It's amazing how many years go by. Scary. It's like,
I'm
it's a whole
here.
child
I'm
ago.
still here.
You know, it's a whole child ago. You know, your baby girl was a baby.
Yes, was a baby. She was a year old. Yep.
Exactly, and now she's a young woman. I mean, it really, you see through children how the time really does go by.
Absolutely.
So, Lucía, how did you get into financial service? Why did you get into financial service?
Interesting. Well, to be honest with you, I never thought that I was going to be ending up in finances and working with investing money and the markets and how things are. When I was at university in Granada, they offer like an internship within a bank. So that's how I got initially involved into the financial system. So I did that, I think it was in 2001. So this year is my 25th year working in the financial industry. So it's been a challenge, but really nice. I'm very proud.
I'm sure you probably have every right to be proud, but the thing that confuses me is that you're so passionate about it. How do you find that passion in figures? What is it about what you do that you find so satisfying when you're looking at all these different things that financial services offer?
I like to give the information and provide the opportunity to people that are coming to relocate into Spain to have the knowledge about what they need to do, how they need to arrange the finances in order to comply with the Spanish authorities, tax authorities. So I have another hat as well from the tax point of view, because it's very important, it's crucial that people understand the system here. It's a new system, of course, completely different from where they are from. And I get excited seeing people that I'm able to help them to have a dream in the future. So I like to invest that amount of money in order to get an income of $1,000 a month when I retire, or things like that. So,
so you carry all those things as well. So it's not just people getting their financial advice and their mortgages, because I suppose there's so many angles on the Costa del Sol that need dealing with. It's so many aspects.
Definitely.
And at least to have the information, to know how it works. I don't provide all the services, but of course, because I've been in the industry for such a long time, then I can point them out at the right direction. And
but it's interesting because one of those businesses you're always studying. There's so many things to keep updating.
Yeah,
and I think that's what people don't realise. You think you know a law in Spain, and the next day it's changed.
Yes, that's very true. And also, I think, if I can just make a note, obviously, Lucía is also regulated as well, which I think is really important. And I'm actually a client as well of hers. And I think it's, again, the whole business first sort of thing about getting to know the people within the group, understanding what they do and trusting what they do as well. And especially in your industry, to do with money as well. So
that's fabulous. It's really a great initiative. I'm also a member of Business First. And,
yes, you are.
Not yet of financial services, but we watch this space, then we will see. If you want to join Business First, you can just get in contact. You can find them on social media everywhere, and the website, and then also for insurance, financial services, Sam and Lucía. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for having us here.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
In my experience, Línea Directa is superb when it comes to insurance, particularly for expats. I have met the dedicated English-speaking team that answers our phone calls. Real people with real families who take pride in providing the best service. Whether it's for home insurance, car, motorbike, they will ensure you get the policy best suited to you. They've also got new policies, especially for our pets and anti-squatter. Everything is in English, everyone is friendly, and everyone is truly doing their best for us. Call 952 14 78 34 or go to their website lineadirector.com for further details.
Zero Hero, welcome to Exotica. Zero Hero, welcome to Exotica.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chive.
Zero Heroes.
Welcome to Vigo Banús.
Zero Hero, welcome to Hard Rock Hotel Marbella.
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
Zero Hero, welcome to Belmari.
My next guest does not represent any networking association. However, she is one of the star team of Good Morning Spain. Astrologer, Lady B tarot reader. Nikki, it's lovely to welcome you to English Edition.
Thank you for having me. It's lovely to be here.
It's lovely to have you, and I can't wait to say your name because when actually seeing it written down, I mean, you are a real lady. When I first heard of you as Lady B Tarot, I think I had just assumed you were, oh, it's Lady B. But
Yeah,
you're
we
not.
do.
You're actually a real lady, Lady Brougham and Vaux, no less. How's that? What is that?
So yeah, so it's my title. So very often you're right, because it's my tarot business is Tarot by Lady B, and very often people just think it's like a gimmick and not a real thing, but actually it's Lady Brougham. So Lady B is what all my mates call me when they're sort of
mates. I mean, it doesn't sound synonymous.
My mates,
I'm
taking the
Lady
mickey at
B
me.
and these are my mates. You know, it's like
my friends. So yeah, so that is but my title is Lady Brougham and Vaux. Yes.
Wonderful. You've been coming to Marbella for many years, but now you're coming basically monthly to appear on Good Morning Spain. And each time I see you're managing to spend a little more time. You obviously love it.
I do love it. I've been coming here for a long time, and also now my children are a bit older and sort of have their own lives, it's easier for me to come over because I'm based in London. So to come over, do my TV slot with you guys, spend a bit more time here, then hopefully grow my tarot business here because I have it in London and Cheshire, and obviously a few clients here. So kind of have it, with more time here, I can grow it here as well. So,
but you do a lot online, don't you? Or is it the same, or what's the difference of doing it online?
It's slightly different. So I have quite a lot of clients in New York. So obviously time difference geographically, I have to do that on Zoom. So it's you can still do it, and you can still do a good reading. It's just a different energy when somebody's sort of sat opposite you in person. So at London, I have like a little tarot studio, and when they're there, it's just a different sort of energy. But you can equally get that if you're doing it online and you can see what's going on with the person, you can sort of tune into that and do a spread and do it remotely as well. So they both work. They're just a different feel, but they do both work.
How did you get involved with doing that? Did you suddenly feel you had a gift? I mean, how does someone know this is something I can do, want to do?
It's interesting. So I've always been into astrology, tarot, psychic medium, crystals, all that kind of stuff. For being young, I've always been into that, and my mother was a Reiki healer, so I've sort of grew up around that. But then when I left university, I actually worked in investment banking. So I worked for Morgan Stanley, then I worked for a hedge fund, then I set up a tech website for women, which I subsequently exited out of. So my background when I sort of worked before I had children was very much technical, working in the city, very, you know, sort of full on. But then when I had kids, I thought I don't want to do that kind of work, but I thought I'll follow my passion rather than the stuff that I'd kind of done straight from uni. So I got into it that way, and I sort of did loads of, because astrology is actually quite like doing a degree. It's a very intense, it's an intensive study. So I did that. There's the London School of Astrology. There's the Faculty of Astrological Studies in London. I did a certification in tarot. I mean, I did loads because I'm quite geeky and quite academic. So I did the whole thing years
What a
and years
nice combination,
ago now.
geeky and academic.
Yeah, I know. So it's
And
like
spiritual.
geek chic, psychic. So it sort of went from one to the other. So completely opposing, but in a way it was nice because it's both. I have both sides to my character, so it works quite well. So that lends itself when I do my reading. So I have a lot of business people, a lot of CEOs, a lot of kind of people that believe in this sort of stuff and will come to me and we'll have business discussions, but obviously they're quite spiritual.
So what are they looking for when they contact you? What are they hoping to hear?
Well, it's, you know, I have lots of different people in London particularly, and they're making big decisions, deals. Should I invest in this? Should I do that? I'm expanding. What about this? Is this got a good vibe? Is this a mistake? I'm dealing with these people.
And you can actually feel that. You know how to guide them?
Yeah. If you're talking about it, particularly if I go to their office and do readings there, and then I get to know them, I can definitely just see what's going on straight away. And then what happens if it works and we do have that relationship, and then it always sort of seems to pan out right, then obviously they come back. So but I have lots of a diverse range of clients. They're not all, you know, I have business people, mums, you know, holistic people. So it's very widespread, but all different. So it's nice.
You obviously enjoy it.
I do. I love it. But I do like both. I like the fact I've gone from one industry to another. It's quite. I think it's quite.
Yeah, but it's nice to know that you've got a sound head on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And you're not all, you know, like airy fairy arty farty. So I suppose for business people that also have that mix, it's nice to be able to consult with someone who actually understands the world they come from.
It is, and that's why I've got that tranche of people that do come and see me, because I hate this word woo-woo that people always use to describe people that do like things like this. But I kind of cross both areas, so they like the advice, but they kind of like the way it's being delivered, so it works quite well.
You went to India last year on an amazing trip.
I did.
Tell us about that. How did that happen? You got kids, you got a family. How did you decide I'm going to go to India and with a tuk-tuk? Yeah, so we did. It was a charity event, and it was done by the Sisterhood, which you have. You know, you've got all your kind of associations here, and that's a women's group that I've been part of in London for many, many years, even pre-kids. And my friend was the founder, and she basically organised, she does a lot for charity, and she organised this trip for charity for female founders. And there was 54 women. We rode tuk-tuks from Chennai, it's like 1,200 kilometres to Goa. 3 women per tuk-tuk. There was 18 tuk-tuk. I mean, it was absolutely nuts. It was crazy. And every day we did like 200k every day, across India, breaking down, and we all raised money individually for the charity. We built a classroom, we built a building at a school in India. We did loads of other things for women and girls. So it was a really good initiative. I think we raised 150k. So we did, and it was oh God, it was a nightmare. It was good, but it was a nightmare. Yeah, no, obviously I don't think you'll be like running back again this year. Just tell other people how it was. Yeah, so they did do one this year. I didn't go. I'm doing this one. The one this year we're doing for another charity, but women's charity, is a rally across Morocco. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's in November. Oh, looking forward to hearing about that. So not joining it, but hearing about it. Yeah, you can listen, so that's the next one. Fabulous. Well, if anybody would like to have their cards read by Lady B, or tarot by Lady B, then you can get in contact with her, because she would love to, either in Cheshire, London, Marbella, and online. There you go. Thank you. Fabulous. Well done, you. Thank you. In my experience, Linear Director is superb when it comes to insurance, particularly for expats. I have met the dedicated English-speaking team that answers our phone calls. Real people with real families who take pride in providing the best service. Whether it's for home insurance, car, motorbike, they will ensure you get the policy best suited to you. They've also got new policies, especially for our pets and anti-squatter. Everything is in English, everyone is friendly, and everyone is truly doing their best for us. Call 952 14 78 34 or go to their website lineadirector.com for further details.
Zero Hero, welcome to Exotica. Zero Hero, welcome to Exotica.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chive.
Zero Heroes.
Welcome to Vigo Banús.
Zero Hero, welcome to Hard Rock Hotel Marbella.
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
Zero Hero, welcome to Belmari.
Well, that's it for this week. Do go to the rtvmarbella.tv website for links to this programme and past programmes so you can catch up on local news and the very interesting interviews. Also, you can go to my website, nicoleking.es, for links to the programme, also to our Zero Hero initiative, rewarding designated drivers with free soft drinks. Why pay if you don't have to? And links to the United Nationality Marbella Summit. Good morning, Spain. My common Marbella moments in the Euro Weekly News. And that's it. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. And I look forward to seeing you again next week of more of what's going on behind the scenes in Marbella. Now, have a great weekend. Bye for now.